Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I thought we would go back to some books that we've discussed prior on the channel that we haven't touched in a little while. So today from the Harvard Business Business Review Press, we have Emotional Intelligence, Happiness, and I thought we would go with the chapter The Power of Small Wins by Teresa M. Amabile and Stephen J. Kramer. So I'm going to read it and then give you kind of my thoughts. What is the best way to drive? Oh, before I start, these books are linked primarily to work and businesses, but I think a lot of the lessons apply to life in general. So, what is the best way to drive innovative work inside organizations? Important clues hide in the stories of world-renowned creators. It turns out that ordinary scientists, marketers, programmers, and other unsung knowledge workers whose jobs require creative productivity every day have more in common with famous innovators than most managers realize. The workday events that ignite their emotions, fuel their motivation, and trigger their perceptions are fundamentally the same. The Double Helix, James Watson's 1968 memoir about discovering the structure of DNA, describes the roller coaster of emotions he and Francis Crick experienced through the progress and setbacks of the work that eventually earned them the Nobel Prize. After the excitement of their first attempt to build a DNA model, Watson and Crick noticed some serious flaws. According to Watson, our first minutes with the models were not joyous. Later that evening, a shape began to emerge which brought back our spirits. But when they showed their breakthrough to colleagues, they found that the model would not work. Dark days of doubt and ebbing motivation followed. When the duo finally had their bona fide breakthrough, and their colleagues found no fault with it, Watson wrote, "My morale skyrocketed, for I suspected that we now had the answer to the riddle." Watson and Crick were so driven by this success that they practically lived in the lab, trying to complete the work. Throughout these episodes, Watson and Crick's progress, or lack thereof, ruled their reactions. In our recent research on creative work inside businesses, we stumbled upon a remarkably similar phenomenon. Through exhaustive analysis of diaries kept by knowledge workers, we discovered the progress principle of all the things that can boost emotions, motivation, and perceptions during a work day. The single most important is making progress in meaningful work. And the more frequently people experience that sense of progress, the more likely they are to be creatively productive in the long run. Whether they are trying to solve a major scientific mystery or simply produce a high quality product or service, everyday progress, even a small win, can make all the difference in how they feel and perform. The power of progress is fundamental to human nature, but few managers understand it or know how to leverage progress to boost motivation. In fact, work motivation has been a subject of long-standing debate. In a survey asking about the keys to motivating workers, we found that some managers ranked recognition for good work as most important, while others put more stock in tangible incentives. Some focused on the value of interpersonal support, while still others thought clear goals were the answer. Interestingly, very few of our surveyed managers ranked progress first. If you are a manager, the progress principle holds clear implications for where to focus your efforts. It suggests that you have more influence than you may realise over employees' well-being. Motivations. Whispering for ages actually really takes your breath away. And creative output. Knowing what serves to catalyse and nourish progress and what does the opposite turns out to be the key to effectively managing people and their work. In this article, we share what we have learned about the power of progress and how managers can leverage it. We spell out how a focus on progress translates into concrete managerial actions and provide a checklist to help make such behaviours habitual. But to clarify why those actions are so important, we first describe our research and what the knowledge workers' diaries revealed about their inner work lives. I'm not going to read everything because it's actually a lot longer than I thought it was. But essentially, let's look at this checklist at the end and see what that says and go from there. The daily progress checklist, here we go. Progress, which one or two events today indicated either a small win or a possible breakthrough. Did the team have clear short and long-term goals for meaningful work? Did team members have sufficient autonomy to solve problems and take ownership of the project? Did they have all the resources they needed to move forward efficiently? Did they have sufficient time to focus on meaningful work? Did I discuss lessons from today's successes and problems with my team? Did I give or get them help when they needed or requested it? Did I encourage team members to help one another? Did I help ideas flow freely within the group? Did I show respect to team members by recognizing their contributions to progress, attending to their ideas, and treating them as trusted professionals? Did I encourage team members who faced difficult challenges? Did I support team members who had a personal or professional problem? Is there a sense of personal and professional affiliation and camaraderie within the team? It goes on again. But what I think is translatable to normal life in all of that is the idea of small wins itself. We go through life trying to hit those big goals, and we don't think about the fact that every day, for some people who may be suffering with depression, for example, getting out of bed is a win. Beating the alarm clock, if you find it hard to get out of bed on a morning, if you're someone like who's just a bad sleeper like I am, it's a win. Putting on, getting out of your pajamas, is a win. Depending on the person. For other people, yeah, it might be I drove to somewhere I haven't been before. It's still a small win. It's still progress. It still invigorates you, right? You can do well at work, like the book says. You might have a small win at work. A boss might congratulate you on your success in a given day. But I think what is also important is to give yourself the space for those small victories, and even if it's a small loss, understanding that you might have gained something from that anyway. I've recorded videos before. I thought, that wasn't the best video, but I know not to do that again now, or I know to, if I'm going to do that differently. So even a loss can be a win, you know? And I think, as this book is titled, Happiness. Happiness is progress, because a lot of people think you get to a point in life, and I used to think this, you get to a point in life and everything will be great, and nothing will be bad from there on out. That's not life. Life is a series of small wins and losses and setbacks and big wins sometimes. Life is a series of getting better and tackling the issues that come at you. And I think that's just the truth of life. And, you know, they're applying it to the workplace, but I think it's just true of everything. And I think there's an aeroplane overhead. Or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I think, you know, it's a matter of perspective, and it's a matter of saying, hey, I got up, I did that. Like for me right now, I'm recording this video like super early in the morning. It's like, well, super early for me. It's 20 past 8 in the morning, and like, I never record videos this early because I'm never like alert on a Sunday like this. But here I am, I did it. So like, you know, with that in mind, go out there today and see if you can't not look for a small win. But if you get a small win, if you have a small win, take it, bottle it, remember it, and use it to remind yourself that you are making progress in whatever you're doing. And that's good, and that's great, and I believe in you. So, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, let me know in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like. Otherwise, I like it, please. And I hope you have a great relaxation, a good sleep, or whatever you're doing. I'll see you guys again soon.